everybody, welcome to the Knitting Turnpike. Welcome to the Knitting Turnpike. My name is Gina Pike. I'm so happy that you're here today with me for another episode of What Are You Knitting? I think we are up to What Are You Knitting 20 or 21. So let's get into it. Today I have to share with you 2 works in progress. I don't have any finished objects. I was hoping to have a finished object, but time got ahead of me and I wasn't able to finish what I wanted to finish, but I have 2 things to share. Then I have 2 people have sent in projects that they're working on for me to share with you here, so I'm going to be sharing those. And I also have some happy mail I received. I won a prize and I'll be showing that here as well. So we got a few things to get through today and show you and share and have fun. So let's start this going. Before we get into it though, is I was watching, I don't know if you guys watch the Hallmark channel. I love the Hallmark channel. I'm one of those people that like to have it in the background running while I'm knitting or crocheting. And this weekend, one of my favorite shows, When Calls the Heart, was running, and I was watching it on Monday. I didn't get to watch it Sunday night, and I want to insert a little clip from the show. I filmed it as it was playing on the TV because I thought it was hilarious, and I hope you guys enjoy it as well. Since you are fiber enthusiasts, I think you will. But here we go. Let me show you. It's just a very short clip. I hope let's take a look.
Parenting teenagers isn't easy. It's so hard. If I can learn to knit, you can learn to parent.
Isn't that funny? I mean, it's like, you know, if you can knit, you can certainly parent. And I never thought of it that way, but I thought it was hilarious. I thought I had to record it and share it with you guys. And I hope I don't get hit with a you know, thing on it from YouTube censors, but if I do, I do, because I just wanted you guys to see it. I thought it was hilarious. Okay, let's get into my whips. The first whip I want to share with you is a lacy shawl. Another one, I am making this one for another friend of mine. This is another Boo Knits pattern from Bev, and this is her Gothic Angel shawl pattern. I believe this was the mystery knit along for Halloween, maybe in 2018. I think so. I might have the year wrong. It might be 2017. But I'm almost finished with chart 4. Let me hold this back and then I'll hold it up close so you can guys see what it looks like. Of course, you know it goes more like this. It's top down crescent lace shawl. It started with a garter stitch tab cast on, right where that yellow marker is in the center. But this shawl, as you can see, is super lacy, and it has this leaf motif. Okay, so the shawl started right here with a garter stitch tab cast on, and I think I have some pictures of that I can insert and show you how thin the garter stitch tab starts out. Then you rotate it 90 degrees and pick up stitches along the edge, and then it just becomes a single strip of yarn, a fabric, and then you just build on that, and you have, you know, your garter stitch edging like she always does. And here are the leaf patterns, and this yarn is from Diana Dye. As you can see, it looks beige, but it's got some pinks in it and some yellows and a little purple blues here and there. This is called her Blooming Heather yarn base. Here, it's this, and it's the heavy lace, 100% bamboo. I'm using the same colorway for my Rami Hill mystery shawl knit along, Blooming Heather, as my second color, but That yarn base I'm using is a little bit thicker yarn. That's a mulberry silk linen blend in a fingering weight. This is a lace weight. This is pure bamboo. And I do have beads in this shawl. Let's see if I can find a bead. I have a bead right here. It's a little pink bead, if you can see that right there. Just throughout this, it hasn't gotten really beady yet. This shawl has got an interesting design. It has a what she's calling a center panel, and it's, so far you have had to put it with these mark it off with these stitch markers that are easily moved, because as it gets bigger, this is going to grow. The center panel is going to grow, but everything on the right and everything on the left are different than what's in the center. And so it should be very interesting. As you can see, there's a lot of beads in the center starting out, and not through the rest of the shawl. It's totally different throughout that and on both sides, but that center is going to be super beaded, and it will grow, like I said. But it's just looking really cool. A lot of leaves. I just love the leaves. Leaves are one of my favorite things to knit, and I just, like I said, I'm almost finished with chart 4. I think there's 7 charts. I think this is going to end in a picot edging, like kind of like the other blue shawl I just showed you from her, the Passionista shawl. But working on that. This is what I wanted to have finished today, but I didn't make it. So the other thing I want to share, you guys have seen before. We had another clue. This project keeps getting new clues every week, and for a point she was doing a clue and then like a divider clue and then a clue and then a divider clue, but now she's releasing a clue and the divider all at the same time, which I think is kind of helping this move a little bit better. The last time I showed you this, I was on clue 11 and 12. Now this is clue 13 and 14. This is the Ultimate Advent Stashbuster Shawl by Debbie Bowanko. As you can see, this thing is getting really big. I think it's too big to even hold all the way back, and you guys see it all in the viewfinder or in my video. The last time I showed you, I had knit this purple section with the divider and this new turquoise section, and the divider, gray divider, is new. This stitch is called the Irish mesh stitch. Briefly go through these. If you guys are interested, you can go check out my other WAYK videos where I've discussed these. This is the Turkish stitch, the sand stitch. Each one of these clues has a new different type of stitch, and I'm using some mini skeins that I had in my stash. This is the open honeycomb stitch. This is the double seed stitch, this turquoise panel. This is the star rib mesh stitch. This is the bee stitch. And then this is the Irish mesh stitch. Those are hard to say when you say mesh and stitch at the same time or right after each other. I have a hard time saying that. I don't know if you guys do, but anyway, this has a very interesting stitch in this pattern. What you have to do is you have to, a lot of times when you do a slip, knit 2, pass the slip stitch over, you are knitting the 2 stitches together that you're passing the slip stitch over. For this stitch, I'm going to insert a clip as I say this. You have to slip a stitch, then knit 2 stitches, but knit them individually, and then you take the slip stitch and you pass it over those 2 stitches, and that creates this beautiful fabric. Open, very open, but I love the design. I love how the slip stitch creates this little bar across the stitches, and it's just really delicate, but a beautiful fabric as well. And then this divider stitch is the regular gray divider. I think that looks really nice, and it looks really good with the bee stitch. And I think there are, hold on, let me look real quick. We are over the halfway point with this shawl, so we should only have maybe 3 or 4 more stitch patterns left in this shawl. we have 3 more stitch patterns left in this shawl, and then it will be finished. But it is getting big and pretty, and that's what it looks like. Oh, the pattern, this pattern is by Debbie Bowanko. I'll put all the information for the pattern down in the description below, as well as information for the Boo Knits Shawl Gothic Angel pattern. In case you're interested in looking into knitting these and want a little bit more information about that. Those are my whips that I have to show you for today. I have 2 people who have shared projects with me, so here we move into what are you knitting? Okay, so the first project that I'm going to share with you today is a scarf project. Wendy Bell, one of our YouTube family members, sent me a picture of 2 pictures of her scarf. This is her first ever knit lace scarf. She's a brand new knitter, and she's learning how to knit, and she's practicing with scarves, which are a great thing to do when you're learning how to knit. She's doing a garter stitch scarf, which is also another wonderful thing to do. You're practicing your knit stitches, practicing your tension, practicing getting this just perfect on the edges. And Wendy, you're doing a great job. I mean, look at this scarf. It looks fabulous. The edges look great. Everything looks amazing. The tension, their stitches look perfect. It looks like she's using a Karen latte cake yarn that has, you know, a little bit of, has color changes, has a little bit of fuzziness to it, so it's super soft, and it just looks really luscious and amazing. So thank you for sending that in and sharing that with us. I really do appreciate you doing that. And I say keep up the good work. You know, when you're a brand new knitter, practice, practice, practice. That's what helps you become a better knitter. So you're doing really well. The next project that I have to share with you is 3 projects from the same person. I'm sure you guys have seen her in the chats. I met this person over on Lisa Ladybird Love's channel. In her chats, she goes by Tabby Angela, but her name is Angela, and she shared with me 3 projects that are loom knit, and I wanted to share these because I also consider loom knitting, and it doesn't have to be just a scarf or something simple. These projects are amazing. Wait till you see these. The first project I'm going to share with you, I want to read a little bit as well, so forgive me if I look at my notes. I want to get this just exactly right. This first project is a 10-stitch blanket project that Angela actually designed herself. She calls it a quilted 10-stitch because it reminds her of a quilted design, but it was made using only 10 pegs of a knitting loom. And she used big twist yarn in wine and pale yellow, and she gave it to her mom for Easter, which I think is just so sweet. But look at the intricacies, designs of this shawl. It's amazing. Amazing. I love it. The second project she sent, also done with a knitting loom, is a 10-stitch spiral blanket. And look at this. I love this. She used Michael's Craft Smart yarn in Merlot and white to make this project. I say, Angela, you are so talented. I mean, the color changes, you got the spirals perfect. It looks fabulous. Fabulous. The last project that she sent me to share is a Valentina hat that was also made on a loom, that was made with Knit Crate, Audine Wool's Haze. Let me get this right. Knit Crate. Audine Wool's Haze in the color Dusk. And it's such a cute spirally hat. I find it hard to believe that this was made with a knitting loom, but it was. She promised me it was. And Angela, I love it. I love it. I love it. You did such a great job. You are such a fabulous knitter. I mean, I'm so impressed. And I'm so thankful that you decided to share these projects with us so that we can all admire that and admire loom knitting. You know, I think that gets overlooked a lot. And I actually started out using knitting looms, and I did that for about 6 months. I think I started and I made all my Christmas presents that first time I was ever knitting with knitting looms. I made a bunch of hats and scarves for all my family and friends with knitting looms. And one of the scarves I made, my husband loves because it's a thick double knit kind of scarf, and he still wears it to this day. So knitting looms are awesome. They really are. I think it's harder to find patterns for them, but there are many things you can do for them. If I can get a picture pulled down that's big enough to show here, I actually made a doll on a knitting loom one time. I test knitted a pattern. I used a sock loom, and I made this doll, and I ended up giving it to our neighbor's granddaughter. But I made that using a knitting loom, and you know, there's a lot of things you can do and be creative and stretch the imagination, stretch things. You'd be surprised. So I hope these projects inspire you to think outside the box, inspire you to make things with things that you might have in your home, and inspire you to create. Thank you guys. If you guys want to share any more of your projects with me, I like to share these on the What Are You Knitting series. Email them to me at knitbymoonbeams@gmail.com, and be sure to include a little bit of information about the project, just like Angela told me the yarns that she used, or some type of something special about that project, like it was a gift for her mom. You know, things like that make it interesting for us to hear and know, and we appreciate that so much. The details, we love the details. The last thing I'm going to share with you today is that I want to mention a channel that I really, really love. This is Sweet Pea Crafts, and Christy is the host. That's her channel, and she's just the sweetest, kindest person, and she is an amazing knitter and crocheter. Every time she has a video, she's showing you knitting and she's showing you crochet. She's not one or the other, she's showing you both, and they both look so fabulous. She does socks, she does shawls, she does sweaters, she does baby blankets. I've seen her do she's working on a big crochet project right now, big Afghan, all these different colors of yarns and stitches. She's very, very talented, so you should go check out her channel. I'll put the information on how to access her channel below. But I'm a member of her channel, and she had a giveaway, and I actually won, which I never win giveaways. But I won some yarn, and I haven't opened it yet. I have it right here, and I'm going to open it. I did see it on her channel, but I can't remember exactly what it looked like. So, and I think there's a bag in here too. She's also a very prolific sewer, and just does all kinds of crafts. So she's a very creative type of person. Oh my goodness. Wow. Look at this yarn. Wow. Look at this yarn, you guys. Look at the color. You know, I have heard of this company. This is, here, let me show you. Yuri Yarn by Knit Crates. We just said Knit Crates. And this is colorway Undertow. It's 100% superwash merino, fingering weight. Oh my gosh, I love this. It's got little speckles in it. If you guys can see the different darker colors in here. Thank you, Christy. It is beautiful. I love this so much. And there's, you know, a huge amount here. I can make a shawl. Oh, and look, she gave me a little stitch marker here with a shawl pin. Thank you so much. Look, it's shawl pin's got some bling on this. I love this so much. I don't know if I can get the light to hit that just right. This is so pretty. Thank you. Oh, I feel so lucky to have won. And then the next thing I saw peeking out of here as I pulled this out. Oh, I saw a card. I should have looked at the card first. I'm bad. I just saw the yarn and went straight for it. Look how cute. Little puppy dog sticker. And I know, oh, that's another thing on Christy's channel. She has 2 little dachshunds, and they are so cute. Gus and Jimmy. And Gus is always like, you can hear him. He's like a mama's boy, and he's always like right there at her feet saying, please put me in your lap. You hear him wanting to get there. Aw, she's so sweet. This is a card. I won't read it because it's got a personal note, but it's got really cute, really sweet. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so happy that we have met each other and that we know each other, and that you inspire me with your channel and your creativity. And I appreciate you being here and being a member of my channel as well. And I am so happy I won. But I think she said when she showed this that she made this, which I'm blown away. Yes, she did. Look. Sweet Pea Crafts. There's her tag. This is so cute. Look at this little pandas. Look how cute. It's got like a clip here. They can clip it onto another, like your purse. And then it's got these snaps. And look at the fabric inside. Oh, this is beautiful. I love it. This is so pretty. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to enjoy this. You know, I have never really had project bags until I started seeing people using them here on YouTube. And my friend Beate made me a sock project bag, and I really loved it. And now I have this project bag that's bigger, and it means the world to me that Christy made this. So thank you. I definitely will use this. You guys will see me pulling my projects out of this bag. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I do not have project bags that big, so thank you. Thank you for my yarn and my shawl pins and my stitch markers. I really appreciate you, and thank you for spoiling me. And again, if you guys should go check out her channel. I know she's having giveaways. I think a lot. She's having a lot of giveaways on a lot of her videos. So if you watch her videos, make comments down below, you too could win some yarn, a project bag, and some nice little goodies from Christy. So thank you, Christy. Thank you all for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed this. It's kind of a little bit of everything. I just hit the table where the camera is. I apologize. But sometimes we focus on one thing right here, and sometimes we have a little bit of everything. So I hope you've enjoyed this little bit, a mishmash of everything, and I appreciate you being here. I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And we will see you guys next time, and have a good day. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.